Hi, Facebook. Okay, I had a brush somewhere. Now I don't know where it is. Hi, everyone. Happy Thursday. We are almost through the week, and then it's the weekend. Okay, so I saw this. Let me pull it up so you could see it. I saw it on Reddit. It's this picture. I thought it was so pretty. This is called the Okinagan, I believe, in British Columbia. So I thought it was so pretty. We're gonna paint that today. Hi, Sheila. How's it going? Yeah, I don't know. It looks so peaceful. I'm guessing that's probably sunset or something, but that's what we're painting today. So, not too much of a color palette. Hey, Mickey. Happy Thursday. So I'm starting with a little bitty canvas. You can start, do however size you want. But let me put this here. Okay, so if you're just joining us, if you've never been here before, like basically what we're doing, this is just a way for us to encourage social distancing at NewsWest 9. We know a lot of y'all are at home. Phase 2 starts on Monday for businesses opening up, but we're gonna do this for the remainder of the month. So just kind of hang out with us if you want to paint with us or just watch. I know I do get a lot of people who say they don't even paint. Hey, Victoria, they just like to watch. I'm not Bob Ross, so anyway, just bear with me. Okay, so starting off, I'm going to start with my background first. I'm going to start with some red. My red dried, but that's okay. I was painting earlier today. That's why my color palette looks kind of dirty, but that's okay. How's everyone's week? I'm using a flat brush, by the way, just the tip. And then I'm going to brush that. Oh, thank you. It's kind of meditating, especially with this music. These are piano covers. Make sure when you're painting with like any medium, whether it's oil or acrylic, get the sides here too. That way if you ever decide to hang them or give them to someone, it kind of looks presentable. But I love to watch and learn. Hey Megan, yeah, you should. A lot of I do watch a lot of tutorials online. Like I guess when I first started. Sometimes I really just like to look at pictures like this and then I'm like, I'm inspired. I like this. By the way, all of the sunrise pictures y'all send us, we love those. And we got some storms yesterday and those pictures were cool. I might do a severe weather painting dedicated to my weather boys. Now for the orange, right underneath. I'm going to simplify this as much as I can, by the way. And you want to make sure you don't have harsh lines right here. We're going to blend all of that together in just a second. Okay, so this part, I'm just blending all of this and I'm just going back and forth on my brush to make sure there are no harsh lines. Sounds like I'm doing a makeup tutorial. Okay, I'm gonna wash off my brush. When I go for a lighter color, I just kind of like to wash it off in water so the color doesn't smear onto the next color. Okay, here's the yellow. Can you tell us where you get your canvases since we are shut in? Yeah, Gay. So I do get my canvases from Michael's. They have been doing curbside. Some areas you can like order on, or yeah, you could do curbside. You can order online and just pick up at the store. I don't know if y'all know this. I think the Midland one is still open. Some of the canvases also, you can get them at Dollar General if they still have them. I kind of had bad luck looking, but they do have smaller canvases like this. So so Michael's and Dollar General is usually the places where I do have luck. But you'd want to check with them, of course. The Odessa one, the Odessa Michaels, I don't know. I think they're still doing curbside, but you can't actually go into the store. The Midland one, I was able to go into the store, but that was like a couple of weeks ago. So, yeah, I don't think they made any changes as far as that goes, but if y'all know, then just, you know, tell me. Okay, so there is kind of this harsh line right there. I have seen, yeah, Walmart is a good one too. Those are cheap. Yeah, I forgot about Walmart. That's a great place to go to get your canvases. They do have larger sizes that run for pretty cheap too. So I'm just going back and forth just to make sure this all blends. You don't want harsh lines. There is kind of this harsh line right here, but it's just a personal preference. I'm just blending it all together. Okay, for this next part, I'm going to use a lighter blue. And basically what I'm going to do is use my palette, dip some of the lighter blue, and then dip some white into that. So I'm getting this lighter color. Okay, now there's kind of this like very distant mountain right here. So that's where I'm gonna start. Let's see. I think one of the mistakes people make is they do a straight triangle when they're doing mountains, and you know mountains do have a lot of ridges and stuff, so just be mindful when you are painting mountains. Some of them can be pointy. What kind of paint? I use acrylic. The only thing about acrylic is that it dries really fast, so I just like it. Oil is a little more expensive, but the paint will dry slower. So it's really up to you, but it's really easy to wash off your clothes. Just drag that down. Yeah, so if you want the paint to dry faster, go for acrylic. I've been painting with acrylic since like high school, so it's just what I like, but if you want to experiment, they do have smaller oil paint sets that you can sample. Okay, so now that I have this lighter blue here, I'm going to use some more blue, and I'm going to use a little bit of white, but not as much as I did earlier. Probably a little dab. And my music stopped. Let's keep playing more. Okay, so that is coming out as the same shade, but do a hint of black here. Okay. So I'm gonna... Dollar Tree, really, Irene? I didn't even know that Dollar Tree sells it. Which one? Let me know. I mean, shoot. I might just go there too. Okay. So now we're gonna put another mountain on top of this one. Okay. So let's see. Should I just put on the Beatles again? Y'all are gonna get tired of the Beatles. I'll just play that, whatever. So I think I want my ridge to go right here. See, like, don't do the mistake of doing that for your mountains. You don't want them to be on maple. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. I'll check it out. Because, you know, your girl's running out of canvases. 3 different sizes. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for letting us know. Well, there you go. Try Dollar Tree on maple. Thanks, Victoria. Okay, so this part, I want to cover up the bottom of that lighter mountain. Remember, mountains have all these crazy ridges, so you want to make sure you add that on there. And this part I'm just kind of wiggling right here. You can get some good ridges. Okay, so now I'm gonna let this dry. And Gay, if you're still watching, this is the cool thing about acrylic, is you just put a blow dryer and it dries in like seconds. Okay. So each time I do add another layer of mountains, I'm just gonna keep adding a darker shade. So before I do that, I'm gonna add my river, but I'm not gonna actually shape it out yet. So here, it's kind of orangey, so you just use a light orange for this. So I'll get some of this white, then put on my palette with the orange. And then for this part, like kind of right under where my yellow is, I'm just going to dab on the light orange here. And that's because when you add the mountains, it's gonna add shape to it. I'll add some yellow, why not? Because there are some hints of yellow on here. Just put a little bit of red. Hey Robert, how's your Thursday? Are y'all excited for phase 2? Now that a lot of businesses are going to start opening up, and then it's more gains if y'all miss the gym. Okay, now I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna add a darker color here. So let me put my blue on the palette and then add some black. So make sure that it's darker than your previous one. Thank you, Victoria. It's good, Robert. I'm just kind of excited for the weekend. Okay, so it kind of, mountain kind of goes here. Actually, let me make this, should I make this ridge dramatic right here? Now the point is you want to cover up the bottom of the previous mountain. Add a touch of blue to this. Okay, this one I'm going to add a little bit of lighter for this side. A little bit. I'm going to make it a little lighter on this side. Hey, Edward. Thanks for joining us. Practicing social distancing by painting on a Thursday afternoon. Okay, so here, let me just cover up that part. I'm adding this point, okay? So now, I'm gonna cover that up. So I'm gonna fill that because there are some gaps though. Make sure if y'all are gonna buy acrylic, I would say these are good for beginners if you want to start out on like, if maybe if you don't even have a canvas, you can use that on like regular painting paper. But if you do use a canvas, I would say the thicker the paint is, the better, so you don't have to do too many coats on top. Okay. Wash that off. And use my handy dandy blow dryer. I'm gonna go back in here. Some of that heat kind of added some gaps here. Just fill that in. Okay, now I'm gonna go with the blue again, and then I'm gonna get some of the white. I kind of want it to look like a dark bluish gray. But not too gray. Y'all are too nice. Thank you. Okay, a little more black. Okay, so for this part, I think I'm going to, let's see how I want to do this. Actually, where's my other paintbrush? Okay. I'm going to kind of stretch this out a little bit. So let me get my white. Remember, in painting, we don't make mistakes, we just make happy accidents. And these are really nice for precision. These small brushes, you can find these at Michael's. You can get like a pack of different, like a variety of brushes for like $6 or so. And Michael's, they also have like $40% off coupons. I don't think they have that anymore, but they do have coupons on their website that you can check out. Okay, let's see. Remember, you want to cover your the sides of your canvas. So eventually you kind of want to make your lake look like it goes zigzag. You see that? Kind of like a Z, a little, well, an S, I guess. I think I'm gonna make this ridge higher here. You don't want to stress yourself out whenever you are painting, so if you are using a reference picture, just use it as a reference. I mean, you can kind of pinpoint everything and say, oh, I want this mountain to look exactly like that, but just don't stress yourself out, especially if you're a beginner. You don't want to get mad at your painting. Let's see. So remember, you want to make sure that the previous mountain that you're painting over doesn't match you want to make it either lighter or darker. Just don't make it too light. And if you need to add some white, add your white. Okay, so you see that? So it is a shade or two lighter. I'm gonna go over that. Oh, please no. Sorry, can't do this Titanic stuff. There was one painting session that we did, I think it was last month or maybe the month before that, and this Titanic cover would not stop playing. Like, it was just playing on repeat. Okay. And then wash your brushes in between each time you're creating your mountains and stuff. I'm going to drag this down here. Okay, how am I going to do this? I think we'll use some black. And this is, the black one is going to be your final mountain, okay? So if you kind of notice, this painting is just portrait mode, right? It's not landscape. So this part I'm just kind of making up and just as I go along. So like I said, don't stress yourself out if you're starting out. Now I need more paint. So the thing too to keep in mind if you are shopping, usually the paint that you find in tubes like this, they tend to be thicker. So like with these paints, they're all right. They're like $2, but they're very liquidy. So a lot of the time you do have to do a couple coats whenever you're painting. Make sure you get the bottom. Okay, now I think I want my mountain to end right here on the river. Kind of like how it is in the picture. And then I'm going to do my ridges. I'm gonna wiggle right here. Okay, so this part I want to cover up this white right here. So I'm just gonna paint all this black. So you see what I mean when I'm using this creamier black paint? I'm not doing as many coats compared to this liquidy one. I'm really just trying to finish that off so I don't have to deal with that ever again. Okay, well there you have it. The mountains in British Columbia. And this was a little reference. I need to find out the name of this photographer, but just a little something. Be inspired. Find cool stuff to paint. You don't have to make it exact. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Stay tuned tomorrow for our Finally Friday. Be safe out there. Make sure if you do try any of these paintings, you let us know, and you could text us at 432-567-9991. If you have any questions, just comment down below, and then I'll do my best to answer them. Bye, y'all. Have a great Thursday.